It's using the trees, watching and waiting, killing us off one by one. The chopper is close, but this thing is too fast. We won't make it, it's pointless to run. Talk, no more games.
I don't know what it was. The jungle came alive.
Go on.
It happened very fast. Not easy to describe, but you must have wounded it, unless my eyes deceive. When the big man was killed, its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. She discovered the key. There is proof we can wound it. So repeat after me. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah, now take a stand.
Here and now, take a stand.
We can bring down this basket.
We can bring down this basket.
If we stick to the plan. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Something's out there.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Waiting for us. 2 or 3 men out there at the most. Am I the only one who's awake? I don't believe in goblins and ghosts. Fucking lizard, give me a break.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
An expendable asset.
Yeah, now take a stand.
I woke up, why don't you?
So instead of
Push
complaining,
out bullshit's not gonna
you should
work.
give us a hand.
I got nothing better to do.
I saw it, God damn it, those eyes, they disappeared. It cut down my friend and it ran while I emptied that gun.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
I saw it, God damn it.
Stop shaving, you don't have a beard.
That thing will come back, and when it does, I'm gonna have me some fun.
If it bleeds,
I'm gonna have me some fun.
If it bleeds, if it bleeds.
if it bleeds, we can kill it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
We can pull out the
We
wind,
can pull out a wind.
set a trap for the
Set
monster,
a trap for the monster.
while we still have our skin.
While we still have our skin.
If it bleeds, we can
2
kill
or
it.
3 men out there.
I believe it can
I'm the
fall.
only one who's awake.
When you're feeling downhearted, just remember the call. If it bleeds, we can kill it. If it bleeds, I can kill it. Now it's all up to me. Mud all over my body, so the bastard can't see. It's a solo campaign now. Get revenge for my men. Hawkins, Mac, and Ramirez. Billy Dillon and Blaine.
Moshi everyone, Notepad here. How are y'all doing? So, today we're going to be working on Deep Sea yet again. Back to our regular scheduled program. Today we're actually going to be looking at the wonderful word combat. Combat, not combat. I already did that though. So, we're going to be mostly worried it's going to be called Obstacles and Enemies is going to be our section today. And kind of judging by the name, you can already see some of the intricacies of this. Which is going to be, I want to be able to clear a few things with this system. So, that's going to be fun to deal with. So we have everything there. Obstacles and enemies. Obstacles and enemies. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Why is there always drama? I don't want drama. Fun fact, kids. If you ever have to deal with people, try to avoid those who perform drama. It's not good for one's sanity. Not very good for one's sanity in the slightest. Oh god. But okay, we're going to be working on obstacles and enemies today. And I actually asked the commissioner, hey, how would you like this to be done? And they didn't really give me much. They said, you'll kind of wing it. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit. I usually don't do D20 combat. Because D20 combat's kind of a pain in the ass. Because it's how simplistic it is. So what aspects of this am I going to need? So the combat is probably going to need a pretty much an armor class system. Which I'll probably actually adapt from GRUG for the survival score. I'll probably call it something, a survival score or combat skill or something. Which is pretty much ability to avoid damage. Ability to avoid damage. But you also have your base armor, which is going to be your damage reduction. Which is your ability to negate damage. So that's going to be kind of the big thing there, kind of back and forth. Okay. Everyone's mad at each other. People are dumb. What the hippity fuck is going on now? 1 minute everyone's fine. The next minute everything hates each other. People confuse me. But okay, so armor class system, survival score, ability to avoid damage, ability to negate damage, and alright, so let's see. Do I have? Probably going to use the base enemy design because I think that works pretty well for enemies, so I don't really have to worry about that as much. Probably, how do I want to handle? I'm going to have to do combat. I don't want to use the action point combat system. I don't think that works. And yeah, I don't think they actually point a okay, I'm going to use a fairly basic D20 combat system. You can go really in depth with this, or you can go not really in depth. And then from what the commissioner has been telling me recently, I don't believe they want something like really in depth. So I'm not going to go that deep into it. It's not worth it. So but they also do enjoy. So they do enjoy the non. Okay. There will come a time when the characters are forced to defend themselves from enemies or survive treacherous situations that put them in danger. When this occurs, the characters enter a, how do I want to call it, an action sequence. An action sequence where actions are broken down into moves, into actions, actually broken down into turns and rounds. A turn is an individual character's action. And a round is all the characters' actions together. Oh, actually, all the acting characters, all the characters' actions, or all the characters' actions together. When determining goodness. When to determine who acts first in an action sequence, the characters must roll their initiative, which is a d20 plus reflexes. Which is a d20 plus reflexes. The highest roll acts first and descends from there. If two characters act on the same initiative, they both actions are resolved together. Both actions are resolved simultaneously. Nice and simple. Enter an action. Show the obstacles and enemies. The action sequence. Now we're going to start with combat. Combat is initiated when two or more when the characters encounter a hostile force that wishes to injure, maim, and kill them. Injure, maim, or kill them. Each character in combat has a combat, which we call it survival skill, combat skill. What would be the best here? What would be the best or not? When armor class doesn't work. Okay, let's see it. Let's call it the survival score for now. I have a survival rating, the SR, which is their ability to avoid getting hit naturally. and allows them to avoid getting hit, or allows them to avoid getting hit. The character's SR is equal to their reflexes times, I know it's their, let's see, reflexes can be max 5, so we want to do, we'll do 5 plus reflex times 2. So let's see, if you have a -3 reflex, that means you have a -2. That means you have a literal 0 for your -2. Yeah, pretty much you are hopeless when it comes to actually surviving. But if you have that low a reflex, you're most likely not wanting to be in a fight. Yeah. But if you have 5, that means you have 15 reflex. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. That adds up pretty well. Not perfect, but it works. Character SR is equal to 5 plus reflexes times 2. The character also has their defense rating, which is the amount of damage the character reduces when they are hit. We'll call it the DR. A character's DR is equal to their bod plus armor. Yeah, bod plus armor. Yeah, actually I have 5 minus armor score plus reflex. Actually, isn't it called body? I want to say it's called body. I use so many different attributes, sometimes they all get mixed up. Yeah, bod. Character's DR is equal to bod plus armor. I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, no, actually. We'll do that plus 5 plus reflex times 2. Character's DR is equal to bod plus armor. With spells increasing, with protection spells. Protection spells. Actually, wait, I should say. Protection spells increase either the character's SR or DR, but cannot raise both unless 2 protection spells are cast. So you could twin link protection spells to increase both, but that's obviously going to cost more mana. So it's like, okay, you're a tank. I'm obviously going to cast, DR things on you. You're a ninja in the back. You're going to cast SR on them. That's kind of the thing there. So if you don't really have that high reflexes, you're wanting to get hit a little bit more. So each character on their turn is allowed to perform an action. Is allowed to perform a major action and a minor action. Perform a major and minor action. So we want to go here. So if we're going here, we probably won't want to reference, not Feast of Legends. What has the most in-depth combat? That has the Neo Scavenger system. Standard issue? Wait, it's MGA probably. Yeah, it has to be MGA. That's probably the best. Yeah, perfect. You may also be noticing why I'm not referencing how long it is. People always use slightly different times, so I just, screw it. I'm actually going to change space distance, so that's actually a good reminder. I have to update that later. But for right now, I want to consult Project Deep Sea, notes and such for later. No. Okay, so we're going to want to do minor actions. Actually, what I should say, each character allowed to perform a major action and a minor action. A major action can be subbed out for a minor action if needed. Major actions, everything, and minor actions is okay. Minor actions, we're gonna call this Control Shift 8. Why do I keep doing Control Shift 8? Minor, slight move. No, we're gonna call that the dash. The dash is the character moves 1 SD in any direction. Use simple tool. Use simple equipment. The character uses a simple piece of equipment. Actually uses a piece of equipment with the fast tag on it. Actually, with the simple tag. What would be another good one? Use simple equipment. Yeah, pretty much. Minor action, they just have the dash and use simple equipment. I feel like catch breath. The character increases their initiative by plus 1d3. And then we have major action. Major actions. Did not mean to hit you. Oh, no, go away. Ability or tool. We want to use delay, obviously, because delay is very good. They reroll their initiative with an extra d6. The character showing their way through a situation. The character moves 2 SD in any direct. 2 SD up to 2 SD. Moves up to 2 SD in any direction. We'll add in the defend. Character focuses exclusively on defense. They double either their SR or DR for the remaining until their next turn. Actually, what we should do here then, we'll add a character focuses exclusively on the number for defense. Okay, then we have to add the attack. Okay, attack. The character attempts to strike an opponent within range and rolls against the opponent's SR. Melee weapons. The character rolls their bod attribute. Ranged weapons. The character rolls their reflex attribute. Magical spells. The character rolls their spee attribute. Enemy reduces damage by their DR. Enemy reduces damage by their DR. Enemy does not reduce damage by their DR. Actually, what I should, instead of putting it there, I'm going to put cast a spell. And the character attempts to cast a magic spell. If they succeed at the complexity check, the spell fires, performing its effect on all, performing its effect on all targets affected, which is this is a very weird part of the English language, which makes complete sense to anyone if you speak English, but makes absolutely no goddamn sense anywhere else. It affects who it affects. The effects are triggered on those who it affects. Say that in Japanese and you will get punched, because that is a very much an Englishism. And English is a fun language, though. Maybe I'll do a stream on that, just a weird education stream on the history of the English language, because I have no sense of right or wrong. Let's see. The spell fires off, performing its effect on all targets affected. If a protection spell, the character adds the protection to. Okay, actually, no. Let's see, damaging spells. The character. Actually, I'm going to put a note right here. The character does not reduce damage by their DR for magic unless they have a protection spell on them. So pretty much, if you hit, you hit. However, if you have a protection spell, everything's reduced as normal, which may be absolutely goddamn nothing. But you have to kind of plan ahead a little bit for magic. Okay, so what am I missing? Oh yeah, other from another complex action. Okay, I don't need any of you anymore. certain. Oh, wait. Certain actions. For certain, actually, what I should say, for certain actions, the character can consume both their minor and major action to perform a special move. And what we can do is melee surge. Character attacks 3. The character attacks up to a total amount of time equal to their reflex score. If the character misses any attack, the attack ends. Attack ends immediately. Yeah, sure, I should say each damage is applied separately. So I'm going to put a footnote there. Insert footnote. So a character with DR4/3 who takes 4, 6, and 8 damage does not take 15 damage. They take, it would be 1, 4. They take 9 damage. What? As the damage is reduced to 1, 3, and 5. There you go. Which also allows for brutal strike. The character makes a large and heavy swing with their melee weapon, dealing double their attribute. Actually, dealing their damage plus a bod. Bod if it connects. And the character adds an additional D6 to their attack check. Check if they are using a ranged. And finally, what's another good one? Oh yeah, we need to add a what would be a, let's see, we have aim for ranged. Oh, rapid fire. Character lets loose set of ranged projectiles. Actually, no. Okay, actually, no. Overwatch. The character is put on. The character locks down an area if an enemy moves through that area. The character automatically makes an attack. If the target is hit, they stop moving. Okay, so defend. dive. Character makes of the character dives away from danger, moving one SD away from the target. One SD away from the target and avoiding all. Without suffering an attack of opportunity. Without suffering an attack of opportunity, but is considered to be on the ground. Parry strike. The character readies themselves for parry. They do not gain the SR or DR bonus, but if they successfully dodge it, if the opponent fails to strike the SR, the character's SR, the character may make a free attack. Shield bash. The character bashes the target with their shield, dealing their shields, making an attack with their shield's armor rating, armor as the damage. The defend action is still active. So pretty much, this is your tank's ability. If he's stuck in the middle there, you want him to keep spamming defend, but he's going to be able to shield bash. He's going to start parry striking. Like he's going to be able to do things. Ability or tool in position in the battlefield. Alright. So, cast a spell. That's pretty fine. Hustle. The character may move an additional one. The character may move an additional 1 SD. Actually, what I should say, 2 SD. Defensive move. The character makes a defensive maneuver toward or away from the enemy. No. If a character attempts actually, what I can do is escape zone, escape threat range. The character attempts to escape the threat threat range of an enemy. They are engaged with. Character makes a reflex and makes an opposed reflex versus bod check. Or actually, we should say is bod/reflex check. If they are successful, they make a full. They may move 1 SD in any direction away from the enemy. Okay, so now I get to fix all this. Alright, so we want to put attack right here. Actually, what I should do is 12. Dama arigato, Mr. Bato. Dama, dama. Dama, dama. Sort of paragraph A to Z. Okay, ability, attack, select everything. I said select everything here. Add on sort of paragraph A to Z. Delay, refocused. So that means defend goes before delay. Okay, forgot about cast a spell. Cast a spell goes here. Cast a spell. I could really turn on the lights. It's very dark right now. But let's see. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W. Okay, so that means maneuver is before refocus. And yeah, escape threat range. Catch breath. The character increases their initiative by 1d3. Dash. Use simple equipment. Alright, so we have combat. We have the actions sorted out. Which means combat, not heading 1, we want heading 2. When combat is initiated, when survival rating, and that means we want to hit Control C there. Minor actions, and actually what I can do is, oh god, it's a little bit too big. Is there anything? Actually, no. I'm going to reduce that with cast. I don't think I really need it that much. Exchange it. Attempts to change their position. Character moves to SD in any direction. There we go. And you know what that means, everyone. With this section done, that means we have to get our notes ready. Yay! So we're going to be going to Monster Girl Adventures. Come on, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, please. Oh, that reminds me. No, we need nodes. Where's the lexicon? Lexicon, space distance. Space distance explanation. We're going to be using the GRUG method. Remove that. Sorry, Grugs. There will be times when the characters are fighting in close quarter beatdowns. Actually, let's check that right there. There will be times when the characters are fighting close range, as well as rapidly moving through, as well as situations where characters will be far apart from one another. To combine the distances together. To combine these distances together. SD is the distance between two actors in a scene. And then we add this section, touch face to face, touch melee, reach close, far, very far in sight. The character is considered engaged if they are within their opponent's threat range. Melee combat. If the GRUG attempts to move away, the opponent is allowed to make a melee attack against the GRUG. If the character attempts to move away against the character's SR. Attacks next. The character does not move away. And actually, I don't really need this section as much. There we go. And if we don't have that, I mean, escape threat range, we don't really need this section either. There we go. Roboto. Maneuver should be is minor. For majority of me versus them situations, STs that represent relative closeness to mecha to high flying witches, maybe one SD from each other, but the grunts on the ground, they may cover almost a mile, while an SD between fighting ground. Ground is a few simple feet. Simple feet. SD to grids. SD was created for two reasons. He's online play and lack of experience with grid. Now I learned with small appreciation. Perfect. Okay. icy ability to attack the character in melee combat. Space distance. There we go. Okay, so obstacles, get combat. Okay, okay, alright, now we get to deal with obstacles, problems. Heading 2. Obstacles are non-combat related conundrums that the characters are forced to solve, be it ancient puzzles, daring escapes, or trying to manage a kitchen during rush hour. Each obstacle is assigned a difficulty TN, and the characters must collectively attempt to solve the problem in a set amount of rounds, or in a set amount of rounds. Non-timed obstacles have each round simply taking more time or effort the characters may not have. Example obstacles. Actually, obstacle target numbers. So we want to do easy. So let's assume 4 to 5. If we assume 4, let's assume 4 characters with an average roll of 10. So an easy one you want to solve in like two rounds maybe. So let's put it at 30. Average is 50. Tough is 70. Challenging 90. Formidable is 110. And heroic is 130. So let's see. So 4 characters averaging 10. Let's see. Characters may find creative solutions. Actually, characters are able to use any applicable attribute plus skill to solve the situation. But creative solutions may shave off part of the target number. Shave off part of the target, part of the TM, if successful. Example obstacles. Chasing down a thief. easy. Look, a thief has stolen a nearby citizen's bag and is currently sprinting through the streets to escape. The characters give chase. This is a reflex obstacle, but God can be used as well. The characters have five rounds to catch the thief before they slip away. Minus 10 TN. The local guards are warned by one of the characters. As they move to close off routes for the thief. Negative 15 TN. One of the characters happen to know the thief. Quote, possibly introduced in a previous scene. And oh god, it's right there. I'm gonna sneeze right on camera and just deafen everybody. Am I good? Computer, please. Computer. Oh no. Okay, well, let me click on it. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're good. Yikes. Yikers. Alright. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, calm down. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. Still good? It looks like we're still good. Okay, my desktop crashed for some reason. That's worrying. I don't like it when that happens. Alright, that was a little bit weird, not gonna lie. TBH family, I'm kind of weird. Okay, let me just double check everything to make sure we all Gucci? We Gucci. Alright. Neat. That's weird. Not gonna think about it. Not gonna think about it at all. But, introducing previous scene. And calls out their name. But, example obstacles, and then we're going to do managing the kitchen, which is going to be two easy obstacle, two easy, one average. The characters are tasked with managing a well-to-do restaurant's kitchen for a short time. Little do they know, it's lunch hour. This is a EDU obstacle, but any attribute can be used to solve. This is an EDU there are 3 obstacles. Cooking the meals, EDU. serving customers, personality, and managing the back, which is going to be edu/bod. Cooking the meals, average edu, serving customers, easy and easy. We're going to say -25 TN to cooking the meals. The character has the cooking skill. Actually has the ability to cook. And reduce the difficulty down to this. -10 TN. Serving customers. The character has a personality score of +3 or higher. -10 TN. Managing the back. The character has the leadership skill. There we go. The entire point of obstacles are supposed to be a little bit fun. Formidable. Obstacle target numbers. Insert table 1 by 1. Example obstacles. Side note, example obstacles. Character happens life. Sprinting through the streets. Now what I'm going to do is put a side note. The nature of these rules. Rather than just trying to resolve something in a single roll, I have the characters go through a small series of obstacles to fill out the session. These aren't supposed to be, quote, major things that prohibit the players from performing their duties, but they are there to provide a sense of risk and speed to otherwise mundane tasks. Use obstacles as much or as little as you want. They are here to help a narrator fill out the scene and their world. Don't hesitate to use multiple small obstacles to give everyone a chance to shine. and reward shine and reward creative solutions or creative solutions / ideas. Otherwise, have fun with these. If you haven't noticed, throughout this entire game so far, what I've been saying is do your own thing with it. This is any lightweight game worth its weight should give you a lot of tools to do what you want. And I'm going to put a big old picture right there, I think. Or what I can do is do that. Put a smaller picture right there. Put a decent sized picture right here. What I can do now is I don't have to put a decent sized picture right there, but I think it can work. Alright, so obstacles and enemies are done actually. I don't have to worry about that as much. Navigating the world, so... Alright, how long have I been streaming? I'm streaming a little over an hour. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn my light on, so I'll be back in 2 seconds. After stream, I'm probably going to make myself dinner. Din-dins, which sound pretty good. Okay, navigating. Yeah, navigating the world. Do we want to do navigating the world or do we want to do equipment first? Let's do a navigating first. So, actually, no, I'm not going to do navigation first. I'm going to do equipment. Fuck it. And if we're doing equipment, that means we probably want to put in something that we know actually has a decent amount of equipment. Let's reference, not Monster Girl Adventures, that actually doesn't have that much. Clapback, I think Clapback actually has a decent weapon list. There we go. Equipment. Who actually has a really solid amount? Is it Tabletop Online? I'd had everything. My really autistic amount of equipment. Yes, it was. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so guess what we get to do? We get to play around with this. So, Control C, we don't need you anymore, we don't need you anymore. Okay, no one rushes into battle with fists and skivvy. They rush in the best armors and armor. Let's see. They rush in with the tools of their trade, including weapons and armor to survive the battles ahead. Fitting listed here are the bare essentials. Basic arms and armor for the aspiring adventurer. Let the characters grow in strength and plunge into forgotten dungeons. Maybe more exotic and dangerous equipment and armor for them to wield against their foes. Weapons are assigned a damage class, which signifies how much damage the weapon can do if it strikes an opponent. All weapons are all melee weapons. Which don't really need that. It's kind of redundant. So weapon class: basic, light, medium, heavy, super heavy, and we're dealing with this system actually works fairly elegantly. But what we get to do is, do we want to cut the martial or basic? I kind of want to cut the martial. Yeah, if we cut the martial... Oh, I know what we can replace this witch. Witch. Or... Usable. Usable by which? Question. Usable by which? The answer is probably not. Roboto 12. Usable by a witch? Nope. Nope. Crowbill? Nope. Axe? Nope. Hand axe? Yes. Long axe? Nope. Offhand axe? Nope. Pole axe? Nope. Pierce 1, Pierce 3, two-handed, Crowbill, Pierce 3, obvious, Pierce 2, gory, super heavy. So let's see, 46. If we just want to do D6s, do we want to change to any dice? Actually, what I can do... is the commissioner available right now? Question. How deadly do you want combat? Question mark. Let's see if they respond. So let's see, our basics are output 1d3, but we're going to copy that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1d6, 2d6, 3d6, 4d6. Calculate. Alright, so these are pretty average. So we're looking at, if we have an average of plus, let's say a plus 2. Actually, let's say a plus 2 bod. Actually, I shouldn't. Yeah, this does technically mean that there's a chance that you'll do little to no, you will do literally 0 damage. So there's everyone's numbers. So if we want to bump, I'm gonna make you go away. If we want to make things deadlier, which hopefully they respond, what we can do, what I'm going to do here is copy this a second time. We'll call this weapon class D8 deadly. Deadly, we'll call this weapon class not as deadly. Not deadly. Okay, so basic D6, so technically medium would be, if we do medium, it would be, let's do 1d8. Yeah, because a lot of the time D8, and then heavy would be D10. Super heavy would be D12s. Because, so, roughly speaking, because heavier equipment usually have more things, like the gory tag. And what gory is going to be doing is it's going to reduce your health rapidly. That's going to be its biggest issue, is that it's going to take off the farthest stretch of health. Come on, respawn. So we go with this 3d6. Where is 3d6? This is 3d6. If you have, there's a chance it will instantly kill you if you do not have high enough attributes that it will just rip you in half and you will die immediately. So if we go off the D12 ranks, higher weapon D12s are still pretty damn deadly. Like, not gonna lie, they're still fucking deadly. So if we go off that logic, let's chain. If we want the deadly, actually no, 2d6, 2d6, 3d6, and then we do. Actually, 2d8. Let's do 2d8 to end off on 2d10. So this is a little bit lighter. So maximum, let's say you have 12 HP. Actually, what's the exact number for? Health and survival. So 4 plus bod and 6 plus bod. So let's say you have a bod of 3 and that you also have bod of 3. So that would be 6. That would be 9 bod. 9 times, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 times 6, which is going to be 54. Yeah, it'd be 54. Yes. So you'd have 54 total health. But if you take 9 damage, so if you get hit by some, let's say, a heavy weapon, and they have +2, so that's going to be 1d10 +2, so let's just... where are my dice? My d10, yes. 3. Okay, I rolled a 3. So you get hit by a heavy weapon. 3 plus 2, so you hit 5. So your first health. So your first health thing. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your first health thing goes down to 4. Let's see. You take a second hit. That's 6. 6 plus 2. That's 8. You immediately go down there, you're taking -2 to everything. So that's 2 attacks and you're already been reduced. And this is assuming you have no armor, so yeah, this is actually not really that lethal at all. But damage lasts a lot, but damage doesn't last nearly as... So if we want to we probably want to bump the damage up there. But mind you, if we go under the other method, the 2d10... And again, let's assume 2. I'll roll 2 my d10s here. 2d10 plus 3. No, 2d10 plus 2. I rolled 9 damage. 9 plus 2, that means 11. Actually, yeah, no, I rolled 9 damage perfectly, so I would immediately go... Actually, no. That's actually not too deadly. Let's try the d6s out. What are my numbers there? So if we have a bod of, let's say, 3, we're actually not taking that much damage. It looks like a lot, but... Okay, so this is a heavy weapon, 3d6 plus 2, so that's 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take 10 damage. Let's say -2. Yeah, I know this. Screw it. I'm going to keep it. If she wants it, if they want it more deadly. Yeah, if they want things deadlier. Mind you, this is also familiars taking these damage. Yeah, you do not want your tiny... Fun fact, you don't want the tiny person taking these hits at all. That will kill them very quickly. The goal is to have your tanks take that, your familiars, because they are expendable. So, what I'm actually going to do... I'm going to mark this in red for the time being, just to double check all the damage numbers. I might have to get people usable by a witch. I'll probably get a few people to make a character just to double check everything. Actually, what I should say is Control F. Find basic and replace with witch. Replace all. Perfect. And actually, no, we need witch. Back. Gauntlet. Yeah. So usable by witch. And delete everything here. Ball and chain. No. Club. Yes. Flail. No. Gauntlet. No. Juggernaut Maul. Absolutely not. Mace. No. Truncheon. Yes. Warhammer. No. This also reminds me, I have to change all these. Strength. Attribute bonus damage. Bod. 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 Bod or reflex. Bod. 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 Reflex. Bod. Okay, now, okay, spear category. So we're going to select everything in the spear category. Change it to Roboto 12. Boar spear. Damage class medium. Attribute bonus. We want to change that to bod. Reflex. Reflex. Bods or reflex. If you're noticing a trend here, that's on purpose. Bod. Bod. Spear. Bod or reflex. Usable by witch. Usable by witch. No. No. Yes. Guardian Thorn. No. Halberd. No. Naginata. No. Pike. No. Spear. Yes. Actually, no. Witches are really limited to the kind of equipment they have. However, again, you have the power of God and anime on your side, so kind of offsets the trials and tribulations a little bit. Except if we go here, which is yes, 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 they can use staves. Staves, I mean. Sword category. Oh yeah, this reminds me. Cancel all that out. Great Oak Staff, bod or spirit. Great Staff, bod or spirit. bod, or spirit. Bod or reflex. Bod, actually we should say bod, reflex, or spirit. Or sp. We should call, we're going to give this one a tag called witchy. 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 Witchy and gory. Bastard swords. What, usable by a witch? No. Lisa. No. 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 Yes. No. Nope. Yes. No. No. Nope. And that means we get to change this to bod. Bod or reflex. Greatsword, bod. Guard dagger, reflex. Knife, bod or reflex. Rapier, bod or reflex. Saber, bod or reflex. Short sword, bod or personality, no, reflex. Stiletto, reflex. Sword, bod or reflex. Zweihände, bod. Ranged weapons. Select everything here. We want to go to Roboto 12. We want to select usable by witch, and range. I'm going to have to change that. Usable by witch. No. Longbow. No. Recurve. No. Yes. No. Crossbows. Otherwise known as No, the musical. Arbalist. No. Crossbow. No. Heavy crossbow. No. Light crossbow. Yes. Mechanical crossbow. No. Feeding crossbow. No. And no gunpowder weapon. Actually, do they even have guns? No, they don't even have guns. So we don't need guns. Okay, so range. Oh, God. This is based off feet. So if we're going off feet, we're going to have to. It would probably be 5 SD, 4 SD. 5 SD, 3 SD. Where's the SD ranges again? God damn it, son of a bonk. Boga. Okay, yeah, 4, 5, 6 is going to be our 4 longbow. We'll actually bump that up to, no, we'll bump you up to 6, we'll put you back at 5. Actually bump you up to 6 as well, and siege bow, we're going to actually put you at 7. Because the entire idea is that you are a giant siege weapon. Not really supposed to be used conventionally. Arbalist. 4... crossbow, we'll put it at 4, 5, 3, 3, 3. So 3 is no. 4, 4, 4. Actually, what am I doing? Why don't I just assign everything what it should? Okay, we want to do Here, we want to insert column to the right, range, select everything here. Why didn't I do this to begin with? God, I'm an idiot. We want to do melee, melee, melee. Executioner's axe, melee, hand axe, melee, long axe. Actually, we'll do melee for the long axe, melee for the offhand axe, and range. Is that what it's called? Reach. Reach for this, because the pole axe, that's kind of the pole axe's thing, is reaching. Actually, long axe, we'll give long axe reach, pole axe will have the second melee. That means I probably don't need a long distance melee. Yeah, I don't really need long distance melee anymore. Win-win. And move over to the right. Line that up, perfect. We want to put range right there, ball and chain. Actually, we're going to put that at reach. Melee, melee, touch, reach. Melee, 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 melee. Move column over to the right, and then we want to shift you ever so slightly that way. Reach. Oh, it's range. Range. Boar spear. Reach. Dueling spear. Reach. Frog spear. Melee. Guardian thorn. Reach. Halberd. Reach. Naginata. Reach. Pike. What's the one right beyond it? Close. Then reach. The wonderful thing about having this system is I can cut that entire thing. Ba-da-da-da. Put the column to the right, shift you over right about there, and then reach, range, I mean, reach, 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 reach. Insert column to the right, sword category, move over ever so slightly this way. Damage class is a little bit fucker-doodle-dood. I'm gonna change this all around. Actually, if I just do that, yeah, medium/heavy. Boom, baby. Range, melee, 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 touch. Knife, touch. Rapier, melee. Saber, melee. Short sword, melee. Stiletto, melee. Sword, melee. Zweihander, melee. And then, yes, we already have the ranges right here, which, okay, range 6 is very far. Very far. Okay. Give me 1 second, everyone. I have something to take. I said I have something. Hello, lads. I'm alive. I got a phone call from my mum, and she wanted to talk for a bit. So I know I'm not leaving yet. I went to the bathroom because I am a productive human being. Okay, Commissioner came back. Nothing too extreme. Perfect. All right. I'm feeling good. Let's see. We want. That's close. Very far. In sight. 4. 4 is close. Close. Far. Close. Rains. Bod time. Bod SD. Kunai. Bod minus 2 SD. Actually, Shuriken, yeah. Bod minus 1 SD. Sling, that's going to be 3 SD, so that'll be actually close. Be close? No, it's reach. No, close. Throwing knife, we'll just call that reach. Like, but that's not quite accurate. I'm like, I don't care. It's. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta add the usable by which ? Javelin, no. Kunai, no. Shuriken or Shuriken or however you pronounce it, no. Witches don't get to have fun. Sling, yes. Throwing knife, no. Anything sharp is a no-no for the witch. You can go away. Tags, rolls a fumble. You don't have no ammo. Weapon can be hidden with a reflex check. A dual-wielded weapon. Let's gory. If the weapon connects, all damage boxes on the far right are reduced. All damage tiers. Damage tiers take 1 damage. Long range melee we can actually scrap because I'm gonna have to put in witchy anyway. Natural part of the user. Cleaves its way through armor. It reduces damage resistance by the value. Reload. Shot. Control X. Control. Stun. The weapon knocks the wind out of the opponent. They have -3. Actually, -2. -2 to their survival rating. This does stack. -2 per win out of their opponent. They suffer a -2 negative stun value to their SR, and they suffer a negative stun value to their next action or end of turn. Switch. 1 to 2 hand throw. Once the character is not a tool, considered a tool. Considered strange to be two-handed. Two-handed to use effectively. It can be found just about anywhere. Unwieldy. The clumsy to use. The target adds double, adds their triples their reflex for their SR survival rating, and then witchy. The weapon has been blessed and given purpose to be used by a witch. The weapon reduces the amount of mana a witch's spell requires by 2. But Notepad, what about everyone? No, only witches. Witches are cool. No one else is. 0 out of 10. Adds triple. The target. Just want to say, the target adds an additional +5 to their SR. It's not going to really do much if you're not really good at dodging anyway, and they're going to smack you in the face, but it's pretty significant. Armor value. Armor value is added to the character's damage resistance. Added to the character's DR. If the character is wearing armor too heavy for them, they take negative. Yeah. Okay. To the character's DR and is subtracted from the character's SR. Actually, what I should add is, if we go up here, we want to go to defend, and we want to add the block. There we go. That's what I want to add. Block. The character reduces damage by their shield's block value, as well as their defend, as well as their DR. Add on sorted paragraph A to Z. So pretty much, shields aren't really as encouraged, but if you have a shield, you can do some crazy, like, insane tanking with it. But that's kind of your thing if you have a shield, is that you are a tank. You are a tonk. You do tonk things. Actually, I worded that correct. Block reduces armor value. Okay, shield weight. Yeah, armor value. Super heavy armor. Reduce that. So buckler, armor value, block value. Yeah, you're reducing your survival rating, though, if you get some of these, so that's kind of the advantage there, yeah. So it's like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm going to get hit constantly, but I'm reducing damage to very little. That's kind of the point. But again, the point isn't dying in combat. That's not the idea. The idea is that you fuck up and make horrible life choices and have horrifying amounts of trauma. That is what kills you. Okay, so everything should be updated correctly. Bod -2 SD, bod SD. Okay. Everything should be working correctly here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put equipment right here. Is it going to work well? Very different than working as planned. Very different. But everything should be okay. Okay. Equipment. And tools, so we've got the equipment section. I just need to get the tools section done. The tools section is going to take some time. I might do that later, but I want to get this done so I know how the damage works. So, okie dokie then. So if you scroll all the way up. So what do we still need to technically do? We need to do navigating the world in advancement as well as some sample enemies. So, okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to call the stream here. Thank you all for watching. But next time, which will probably be Friday. Yes, Friday. Friday, we're going to be doing navigating the world. And we'll probably also do actually, what we'll do is advancement. I'll do tools in between. And then navigating the world is going to be our last section. And that's going to be pretty much, I would quote GM guide. What I'm actually going to do is have to probably add in obstacles. I'm going to add the travel mechanics in. So navigating the world, yeah, well, let's... No, we'll do navigating the world next time, which will just be the traveling mechanics. We'll do advancement, tools will be done. And we'll call it Dangers of the Deep Sea. Which will be sample enemies. Which actually will be, if we do everything correctly, sample enemies, enemy creation, sample enemies, and then we'll do sample characters, and then we'll end it off with no, we won't add an adventure because fuck that, I hate writing adventures. So yeah, so if things go smoothly, next Fridays will actually be done. That is suggesting things go smoothly, which it rarely does. So once that's done, we won't have to worry about that anymore. We should be good going forward. So this Friday, that's going to be it. That's going to be hopefully the end of things. I'll get tools done. I have the idea for tools. I still need to ask them how deep they want that to go. But overall, things are looking pretty Gucci. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Godspeed, good luck, and I will catch you on the flip side.